आज हम समझेंगे the fascinating way computers interact with our physical world. Think about it. At its core, a computer is an incredibly powerful processing engine, right? But on its own, it's completely isolated. It can't see, it can't hear, and it definitely can't speak. So how exactly does your thought, your voice, or even your smile bridge that gap and enter the digital universe? Well, today we're unpacking the foundational hardware that makes all of this interaction possible.
Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. First up, in Section 1, we'll establish the basic rules of input versus output. Then, in Section 2, we'll look at bringing data in using the scanner. Section 3 is all about letting sound out through the speaker. Next, Section 4 covers capturing video with the webcam. And finally, in Section 5, we're going to synthesize everything with a real-life example you're definitely familiar with, the online class. Let's get started. Section 1, Input versus Output, the basics. To really grasp how computer hardware works, it helps to compare it to the human body. Just like we need our senses, like our eyes and ears to take the world in, a computer needs an input device. Simply put, an input device is the gateway for information to flow into the computer. When you're typing away on a keyboard or clicking a mouse, you're sending your commands directly into the digital space. It's essentially what ensures your instructions actually reach the machine.
And this brilliantly illustrates the exact opposite concept, the output device. If input is all about sending things in, output is entirely about the computer giving information back out to us. Think of it like a human voice responding. It is any piece of hardware that shows, prints, or plays the computer's results. Because without output devices, a computer could do literally millions of calculations a second, but we would have absolutely no way to experience those results.
So let's cement this core rule right now. It all comes down to direction. Data going in equals an input device. A result coming out to you equals an output device. It's that simple. Keep this golden rule firmly in mind, because we're going to test it against some actual hardware next.
Section 2, Scanner, bringing data in.
All right, now that we've got our golden rule, let's look at a classic tool that perfectly bridges the physical and digital worlds. A scanner is pretty much the ultimate digitization tool. It takes physical media, we're talking paper, photos, printed documents, takes a highly detailed digital photograph of them and sends them straight into the computer as digital data. You're literally picking up information from the real world and dropping it into the machine.
Let's connect this to something you've probably experienced. Imagine you have this precious, old physical family photograph. Maybe it's a picture of your grandparents, and the paper is starting to fade or get a little torn. If you place that physical photo onto a scanner, it reads the image and sends that visual data right into the computer. Bam! That photo is now saved digitally forever. And because the data traveled from your hand through the scanner and into the computer's hard drive, the scanner is unequivocally an input device.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the physical shape these devices take depending on our needs. The most common one you'll see is the flatbed scanner. It's got that glass bed that's absolutely perfect for laying a book or document flat. But there are also handheld scanners. These are smaller, portable little devices that you physically roll across a surface by hand. Despite looking completely different from each other, they follow the exact same rule, gathering information and sending it in.
Section 3, Speaker, letting sound out. Okay, so we've talked about putting data in. But what happens when the computer needs to communicate with us? Think about it. When you fire up your favorite movie, how do you hear it? A computer's processor doesn't exactly have vocal cords, right? That's where the computer speaker steps in. It takes digital audio signals and magically turns them into physical sound waves for our ears. Because it's constantly pushing digital information out into the real world, it is a pure output device.
The everyday uses for speakers are pretty endless. We use them for blasting our favorite music, getting immersive audio while gaming, or hearing a friend's voice on a call. In fact, if you're listening to the sound of this very explainer right now, the voice you're hearing is currently being pushed out to you through a speaker. The computer is taking the audio data and giving you the result. Much like scanners, speakers come in a few different physical forms, mostly based on how they actually connect to your computer. You have your traditional wired speakers, which use physical cables plugged directly into the audio ports of your machine to receive the sound data. And then, increasingly common today, are wireless speakers. These pick up that exact same audio data through the air using a Bluetooth connection. But here's the thing, Regardless of whether you're using a physical cable or an invisible wireless signal, the flow of data is exactly the same, from the computer, out to the speaker, and right into your ears.
Section 4. Webcam capturing video input. We've covered paper and we've covered sound. Now let's talk about capturing human presence itself with the webcam. A webcam is essentially just a digital camera connected to your computer specifically for video purposes. Whether you're sitting in a Zoom meeting, joining an online class, or even recording a YouTube presentation, you know exactly what this does. It captures a live video feed of whatever is sitting right in front of it.
So the crucial point is understanding exactly where the webcam fits into our golden rule. Ask yourself, does it show you the computer's results, or does it give the computer new information? Well, the webcam captures your moving image, your facial expressions, your background, and it continuously streams all of that video data into the computer so it can be processed and sent over the internet. Because it actively sends video data into the computer, the webcam is definitively an input device. It's basically the digital eye of your machine.
Section 5. Real-life example, online classes.
Let's move to and see how this builds into an environment we all know incredibly well, a live online class. The true magic of hardware is how all these individual devices work together seamlessly. Your webcam acts as an input device, sending your video into the software. Your microphone captures your voice, sending audio data in. And at the exact same time, your speaker functions as an output device, playing your teacher's voice out loud into your room. It's input and output happening simultaneously, in perfect harmony.
Let's do a rapid-fire summary of our main takeaways just to ensure these concepts are totally locked in. A scanner digitizes physical documents. It sends data in. A speaker plays computer audio. It pushes sound out. A webcam captures live movement. It sends video in. But honestly, the ultimate framework you need to remember is this. Input equals data going into the computer. Output equals the result coming out of the computer. If you just follow the direction the data is moving, you will always be able to identify the hardware.
So here's a final thought for you to take away from this explainer. I want you to look around your room or your desk right now. Seriously, look at the technology surrounding you. Can you spot a computer device we didn't explicitly mention today? Maybe a printer? A mouse? A touchscreen? Look at it closely and ask yourself, what is the flow of data here? Is it an input device or is it an output device? Once you start looking at your hardware through this lens, the entire digital world begins to make perfect, logical sense. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and enjoy decoding the tech around you.